The WPCS EX2 particle counter is an 8-channel particle counter that has a range from 2 micron to 400 micron. The typical range is from 2 micron to 25 micron, and this can be seen as I press the data button. The 8 channels can be seen: 2 micron, 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's the flow rate, and then we're back to 2 micron. Now, there's 2 formats. The data can be displayed in 2 formats: total counts and counts per ml. Total counts, counts per ml. This is log removal. It doesn't apply, not necessary. For a demonstration purpose, to describe the difference between total counts and counts per ml, I've set the particle counter to run at a 10-second count cycle. Notice the flow rate is at 60 mLs per minute, which means 60 mLs per 60 seconds, which means 1 ml per second. Now, if the particle counter runs for 10 seconds, that will mean that 10 milliliters of water has passed through the sensor in 10 seconds. And the reason this is important is the flow rate is what determines your counts per ml reading. So to demonstrate this, setting the particle counter up at total counts, it's set for a 10-second count cycle. Now we'll press the start-stop key and the counter will run for 10 seconds, which means, as I said, 10 mLs of water will flow through the sensor. So this will be a 10-second count. So 10-second count is completed. The counter is stopped. Normally, the particle counters don't stop. They continually run. As I said, I set this up for demonstration purposes to stop at 10 seconds. Now, what this number means is there is 10,616 particles greater than 2 micron that have passed through the sensor in that 10-second time period. Moving over to the 3 micron, this means there is 6,603 particles have passed through the sensor in that 10-second time period. And the same goes for all the other counts all the way down the line. Now, if you were to take this number, 10,616, that's the total counts that have gone through the sensor in 10 seconds. A more useful way of displaying particle counts is counts per ml. So if you take this number and divide it by the volume of water that went through the sensor in that 10 seconds time period, that volume of water in this case is 10 milliliters. So 10,616 total counts divided by 10 milliliters of water would give you 1,061.6 counts per ml. 1,062 rounded off. Let me go back here. So you have 10,616 divided by a sample volume of 10 milliliters. gives it counts per ml 1062. And the data button will let you view the particles all the way down the line, and also take you to flow rate, and then back to the 2 micron count display. The counts per ml is probably the best setting to have the particle counter set to. Total counts will change too often and you can't look at it and know what the counts are. Setting it to counts per ml will be a more stable number. So that's the way counts per ml is determined from total counts.